Friday fling runs through August 9th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So, Aaron, if we were in a flinging mood, what can we expect from the weather?
So we are largely expecting things to remain fairly dry for your Friday. Now into the evening hours, that's where we're going to begin to see rain building in across South Central, with the exception of the Kenai, which we'll begin to see that rain arriving in the afternoon. We are expected to hold on to wet weather for your weekend. Widespread rain does look likely for much of South Central. We're also going to see some gusty winds expected to develop through the afternoon and evening hours. With rain building into South Central, that's going to keep temperatures on the cooler side as highs drop back into the 50s and 60s. And then we've got some rainfall amounts that will be potentially heavier as you head through Prince William Sound, where locations out towards Whittier or Portage could easily see over 2 inches of rainfall. Some of that heavier activity this morning out towards southwest Alaska. It's this rain that we are going to be watching that's eventually going to build its way into South Central. Notice since midnight, we've already seen anywhere from 1/10 to about 4/10 of an inch of rainfall through southwest. Yakutat, 4/10 of an inch. Even out towards Juneau, we've seen upwards of 1/4 of an inch of rain. So some much needed activity continuing to fall through parts of the state. We are watching for some rising waterways through southwest Alaska as we continue to see this rain sticking around through the remainder of the day. Now into early evening, we should begin to see that activity lighten up as it builds into South Central. And our winds starting tonight as this area of low pressure or the rain itself begins to build into South Central, our winds will shift around out of the east-southeast from the north. So we are expected to see those northerly winds as we welcome in the weekend, and that could keep things on the cooler side combined with that rainfall. And you can see a good portion of South Central will see a soaking rain as we welcome in your Saturday and Sunday. We'll see some dry times here and there. So if you're heading to the Bear Paw Festival for your Saturday, just make sure that you take that rain jacket. It's still going to be some nice weather, temperatures in the 50s and 60s across South Central, but you're going to be battling some of that rainfall. You can see by tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning through the overnight hours, you can see that heavier activity near the coast, and then we really ramp up that rainfall as we welcome in your Saturday and Sunday from the Anchorage, Bold through the valley, as well as the Kenai, western parts of the Kenai, up to, if not more than an inch of rain looks possible. And then through Prince William Sound, we are going to see the likelihood that over 2 inches of rain could occur. So this very active and wet weather pattern stays with us through next week as well, although we will begin to see significantly drier conditions. Looking at the remainder of today, those temperatures expected to warm into the low to mid 60s as clouds will steadily increase across South Central. You can see warm into the interior with likely drier conditions outside of the western interior, which will see some showery weather. And then you can see across western Alaska through the Aleutians and southeast, those temperatures sitting in the 50s. So we're going to continue to hold on to that wet weather here over the next couple of days. The Kenai seeing that rain arriving near the afternoon hours, breezy conditions developing this afternoon and evening, soaking rains this weekend, but don't let that put a damp on any plans if you have any plans for the weekend, because temperatures still going to be nice, upper 50s, lower 60s. The rain, though, is certainly going to be beneficial to the region.
All right. Thanks, Aaron.